Hey guys, welcome back to Real Housewives Recaps. Today we're talking Love is Blind, Season 3, Episode 3. And whoo, we have a lot to talk about. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. The way this works is I go episode by episode. I have not watched ahead. I haven't read anything. I have no idea what's going to happen. So I just talk about what I've seen, what my opinions are, my thoughts, all that stuff. And you guys leave amazing comments and I love reading them. So keep doing that. So yeah, lots to talk about in this episode. I'm super excited to get into it. Holy crap. I have different opinion again of some people and one couple's really having trouble. So let's get into it. We start out with Nancy getting proposed to. And so Andrew is the one whose opinion I have changed. If you remember at the beginning, I kept saying he seems really shallow. He seems like into himself and I don't know. I don't love his conversation. But then last episode, I started liking him. Oh, you guys, this episode, I felt really sorry for him here because he proposes to Nancy and it's like, oh no, I think she really likes, I thought she was going to say yes. They seemed to make it seem like she was going to say yes, but of course she doesn't. And I felt really sorry for him and I felt like his heart was broken. And like I said, I had switched off saying he seemed like shallow or I don't know, self-absorbed or whatever to saying, oh, he seems like a nice guy. But then you guys, we get this interview and I know I've seen a lot of reality TV. It's not that I'm shocked, but what the hell, dude? So he's pretending to be a nice guy and that he's sad that somebody broke up with him, you know, who is potentially proposing to. But what does he do? He's like, hang on. Tells the producer to wait for a second. Drops eye drops in his eyes. What a jackass. Like he's trying to sell us something. Listen, I don't care if he's not crying. You know, like he had his heart, I would say heartbroken. I don't even believe that anymore. But the girl he asked to marry him said, no, thank you. I like somebody else better. So however he wants to feel, he doesn't need to be crying about it, but to do the eye drops things, not once, but like twice. And I say twice, the second time he flooded his eyes and he asked the producer, is this okay? And the guy's kind of thrown off and says, well, if your eyes hurt, then it's okay. Or he said, if your eyes hurt, then by all means. But he's totally a faker, and that's the last we see of him. And screw that guy. He's gross. So then we go to Nancy and Batiste, and we go through this whole thing. We get to see more of the relationship in flashbacks because, you know, they meet with so many people. It's hard to see all the details, but you actually see them falling in love. Now, I say this every episode. If you don't want to know one spoiler that I know, then fast forward, okay? I get it. I'm trying to stay spoiler free. I accidentally saw some, so if you don't want to know, fast forward. Okay, so Batiste apparently ends up being an asshole. I don't know what he does, but people are saying he's the worst. They're comparing him to that guy from last season. What was his name? Shake. And just a total dick. So I'm waiting to see what he does. But if that it taints me sometimes knowing that he's going to be a dick. But if I suspend that, okay, if I'm not going to say any more spoilers. If I suspend knowing whatever, then he seems like a sweet guy, and I want to see what happens there. She says yes, and we go over to Raven and SK. They go through their relationship. They ask each other a bunch of questions. We see them falling in love, getting to know each other. I feel like we didn't get much SK in the series so far, so I am curious to get to know him. He asks her to marry him, and we get to see the moment where he gets to meet her in person. And sorry, I was just looking back over my notes. He has this beautiful ring. I love her dress here. I think that's so gorgeous. I'm partial to that shade of blue. I think she looks beautiful. She's worried about what if he doesn't love her when he sees her, all this stuff. I'm like, girl, you're gorgeous. What are you worried about? But it all works out. They go see each other. She looks gorgeous. He immediately notices because how could you not? And yeah, they hug, they scream. He puts a ring on her finger and she screams. And he talks about he can't believe how beautiful she is. So yay, another happy couple. All right, now let's go over to Colleen and Matt. Colleen, as you know, if you've been watching, bugs me this season. Now, this episode, I kind of changed on her a little bit. She bugged me up until now. I actually liked her more this episode, so we'll see what happens. You know what? Same with Matt. he wasn't my favorite guy. They really didn't show much of him. He kind of seemed kind of dweeby. No offense, Matt, if you're watching. Um, but I like them both better this episode. I do. They seem... It's like we got to see more of their backstory, too. I think I was thrown off because, she went through 2 other guys, and I kind of got that... What's that? God, what was that girl's name that drank all the wine the first season? Jess? Where she fell in love with somebody. It didn't work out, so she made herself fall in love with somebody else. I was kind of getting those vibes. But I don't know. Later on, they seem to really like each other. So it's kind of tainted my view. And by the way, if you watch Broad City, I gotta say, taint. It's tainted it's tainted my view on rewatching this, only in the sense of I'm starting to have warmer feelings for Colleen where I didn't have them before. Okay, Nancy and Batiste get to meet. Now, he's giving this whole speech that says age doesn't matter, height doesn't matter, physical stuff doesn't matter. I'm so curious to see where we're going with this, but for now, again, he seems to really like her. She calls him an energetic male twin of hers. I don't know. I've said it before. She kind of bugs me a little bit because she's over the top bubbly. I know that's a nervous habit, trait, whatever you call it, but it comes off as a little fakey sometimes, but I did like her better this episode. She says it's the happiest day of her life. No, I'm sorry. She says she wants to be a cougar. He says it's the happiest day of his life. She dances around. They seem very happy. They kiss a lot. They seem physical. It's cool. He says he feels incredible. I mean, it's cool, especially coming off that scene where we just saw the guy putting teardrops in his eyes. I'm glad that, at least for a moment, who knows where this is going again? I don't know. At least they seem really happy together. So, yay. Okay. Then we go to Matt and Colleen. Now, she's saying she's head over heels in love with him. Do we believe this? Again, I only say that because she's been through a couple other guys. And listen, I am not judging. Go through all the guys. That's not it. I just mean, does she actually love this guy? Is it more about winning? Because some of these people, it seems more about winning. That's why I'm asking that. Okay, Matt and Colleen. So she says she's head over heels in love with him. I love her dress here. I'm not a gold person, but I think she looks really beautiful with her dark hair and the gold dress. I still have trouble finding him attractive, and if I say it like this, maybe it's not as mean. I sound like a Muppet, but no, seriously. I did think he was cuter later on in the episode. We'll get there. Maybe he's cuter here, but I don't know. Okay. They take a minute to look at each other, and they both the smiles reach their eyes. It's very cute. He picks her up. She likes that. They kiss. She says he's amazing. He ends up giving her a ring. He gives her hugs and kisses, and they seem very affectionate with each other. They don't seem like they're having any trouble with any of that stuff. She says it's amazing. They can't stop hugging. He's carrying her around. He seems absolutely thrilled, and it's cool. I'm glad to see, that's what I want to see, genuine happiness. I want to see how they bond outside the pond. Good Lord. What do they call them? The pod? Yeah, the pod. I like pond better. How they bond outside the pond. And these two seem to really like each other, so that's cool. All right, so from here, we get a weird shot. I'm like, what the hell are we looking at? But we have to see the annoying twins. We always have to get Nick and good Lord, I'm jumbling my words tonight. Nick and Vanessa, and I don't understand why they're necessary, but for some reason the show thinks that they are. I don't find them necessary. Moving on. So we got the 5 couples. We got Nancy and Batiste. We got Alexa and Brennan. We got Colleen and Matt. We got, I'm so bad. Zanab and Cole and Raven and SK. Did I get all those names right? Good Lord. And Colleen and Matt. Did I say that? Okay, who cares? We got the annoying twins. We got the big shoulders. Ugh, I hate that dress. It looks like something they'd stick on Charlotte and just like that. Big poofy sleeves. All right. So my first thought, not to be that person, but I'm just saying, what is Nancy wearing? She's gorgeous. Why wear your, cleaning your house outfit when you're first meeting your guy? I don't know. It's just the thought that popped in my head. We get to see Alexa and Brennan together, and that's fun because we only got them in 1 episode so far, so I want to see more of them. Colleen and Matt, they decided to focus on these two, and it was cute. I actually really liked her cheers. Did you hear what she cheers to? Getting Liddy as a titty. I've never heard that before, but you better believe I'm going to start saying that. He says he's not nervous about anything. F the past. They kiss, they hold onto each other. They seem like they just want to have sexy time. I say, yeah, go for it. Have fun. He's straddling the chair like he's in a 80s sitcom having a heart-to-heart with his daughter. They sit outside. There's an outside bathtub, which I don't know. I found that very interesting. Okay, outside bathtub. Why not? Alexa and Brenna. And every time I say Alexa, my house goes crazy. That's why I say Alexa and Brennan. They're nervous. They have weird small talk about bugs. It comes up a lot. They talk about spiders and bugs and spiders. I find him very attractive. That side profile, maybe not so much, but I find him attractive. I think he's got a cute face. The hair is a little, I don't know. But I think she's gorgeous. I think she has the most beautiful face. And her cheeks, all that. I notice all that. I think she's really pretty. My favorite part, may or may not cried a little bit about this. He says that she's his happy place. I think that's gorgeous. What a sweet thing to say. All right. Then we go to Zanab and Cole. You guys, let's talk about it. This is obviously before I'd seen the ending, so I didn't know where we were going, but I literally wrote in this part, I'm getting weird mommy-kid dynamic. It's like she's the mommy and he's the annoying kid, so he is bothering her, but also he's afraid to flirt with her. I don't know. He keeps going underwater. I don't know how to explain it. It's like he thinks she's cute, but he doesn't know what to do with himself, so he just goes underwater. She can't stop talking about her makeup, which was also annoying, so maybe they're equally annoying for each other. They climb in bed, and instead of it being sexy, she's talking about her makeup still, and he's talking about wanting to have a pillow fight with her. And listen, I'm all for flirty pillow fights. I get it. Sounds fun. But that's not the vibe I was getting. Like, some of the other ones were really flirty with each other, and like, yeah, get your pillow fight on. Have fun. Take off clothes. Have fun. That's not the vibe I was getting here. It was just more like, I don't know what to do with you, so I'm going to hit you with a pillow. All right, then we go to Nancy and Batiste. Now, the funny thing is, for some reason, when I type in some things, they want to auto-correct his name to Bertrice. So that's, yeah, I'm reading it again, Bertrice. That's what Nancy and Bertrice. She's excited to be with him, hoping he takes the lead and wants things to get physical. They climb in the bathtub together. There's a lot of awkwardness, but there would be. It's your first time being physical with somebody and the freaking camera's pointing at you. A lot of giggles, which her giggles bug me. He seemed to like them. She tells a very weird story about a toilet scrubber I'll spare you from, but I'm like, girl, no. That's a romance killer. I'm all for sharing everything. Tell them your stories, when you're drinking at the bar. Don't tell them when you're in the bathtub together. No, thank you. Colleen and Matt, we see them jump on each other. Hot, hot, hot. We see Raven and SK. She hopes that he thinks she's cute. She points out that he's not said it to her. I think he's just nervous. Give him a break. He'll be there. She wants to know if he still likes her or did he just like her in the pod. Finding out things like, they're learning things about each other. Like, do you sleep with the TV on? Do you sleep with the lights on? It's cute. It's romantic. It's fun. I still don't know. I got a weird vibe. I'm sensing some issues, but we'll see. I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt. Nobody had issues like Zanab and Cole. Good Lord. So they slept together the night before. Yay, good for them. That's cool. But you'd think it would break some ice. It actually made more ice. And I mostly got her side, but I also kind of saw his at the end. Okay. Her deal is things got weird. She was hoping for breakfast in bed and cuddling and all that. He didn't want any of that. He got out of bed. He was silent to her, supposedly for a couple hours. I don't know. I think he's acting childish. At this point, she says, I don't know if he's physically into me. I don't know. He won't talk to me about that. He's like thinking that she's in a mood and she's seeming standoffish. They don't have anything in common. She brings up Crocodile Dundee. He doesn't know who that is. I'm banging my head against the microphone. But regardless, I think he's acting too childish and she's acting too mommy. I don't know. They need to find a happy medium. She feels like there's a disconnect, but she's also like, he seems to at the end, maybe I misread it. It seems like he's trying to snuggle into her and she's more interested in doing her makeup. But I'll be honest with you, if you do the hokey pokey with somebody and the next day they're not talking to you, I'd be bothered doing my makeup too. Like, F off, dude. Like, I'm not, you can't just decide to be warm to me because the cameras are on. So I think I mostly understand her side. So he seems like immature. I don't know. I think he's physically cute and he might be fun in the hay, but that's about all you're going to get from that guy. Like, he needs to grow up. So yeah, it definitely left off on the cliffhanger. The other cliffhangers every episode have been like love and will they or won't they, that kind of thing. This time it was, oh my God, is she going to punch him in the face? He might need a good punch in the face. I don't know. Something like that. She might need to slam the door in his face. But anyway, that's it for that episode, guys. If you can't tell, I'm super into this. I'm enjoying the heck out of it. A huge thank you to everybody who recommended that I cover this season. I really am enjoying it. Thanks for being here. Going on vacation. I don't know, later next week sometime. Not sure exactly the dates, but I'll figure it out. And you'll see some Sex and the City stuff from me then. I'll be posting episodes of that. But guys, thanks for being here. If there's another show you're super into, let me know in the comments and we'll keep going. Have a wonderful day. Check out my Patreon, patreon.com/Real Housewives Recaps, where you can find deep dives into episodes of Sex and the City. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day. Stay healthy, please. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.